What if I told you that this was the exact same chord and notes as these? The difference? There is none. Let me explain. What's up, guys? And today I'm going to be showing you the velocity method. So I'm sure a lot of you probably have favorite chord progressions and whatnot, and sometimes they can get boring because they sound the same and you get the same sound. Well, using the velocity method is going to help you rearrange and recolor, reshape, whatever terms you want to use, your chords so they sound different even though they are using the same exact notes. So let's go into here and I'm going to explain how one chord can be many chords by having the exact same notes. If we go up, there are no other notes here. This is the exact same chord progression. But if you listen, they sound completely different. If you didn't see this, you would probably think just by the ear, oh, this might sound like a different chord or whatever. So let's go ahead and reveal what this is. And this is a pretty simple method. No need for a long video here. So let's pop up the velocity. So all you're going to be doing in this method is picking a note and raising the velocity up. Now this is overblown, overexpressed, obviously, so that we can get the point across. But you're going to be choosing the tones that you want within the chord. So it doesn't need to be overly complex for this. So we'll start with this one. So the first one was this one, and then this one and this one. Listen, so these notes are going to be kind of like our leading tones in the chords now, right? And you can switch these around however you want. You could blend them together, etc. Now, the more notes that you add with this method, it will get a little bit more muddy because there's more tones to balance, right? So I'm just letting you know that straight out. And I have a little bit more examples as well, just so we can kind of flesh out this idea. And I know a lot of people say, well, yeah, of course, I always use velocity. We already know about velocity. Yes, this is true. But the thing is, a lot of people use velocity in terms of just like how they play a melody, right? So if you're trying to mimic a piano, you would, oh, I'm going to flam it, so I'll pull the velocity down so it's softer. But you're not thinking, or at least most people aren't thinking about the actual tone or chord when using the velocity, right? So this is something you can add to your arsenal to kind of, you know, reshape the melodies, make more interesting melodies or chord progressions. So let's go ahead and move on to our little second examples here. Now we have another example with a few more notes. So as you can see, I highlighted the notes that I chose to rise up, and you can see we even have some notes up top. So I just doubled one chord. So this is obviously doubled of this one, and this is doubled of this one. Okay. So this is just mimicking having extra notes above, right? And you can see they sound completely different. Okay. And then we have this one here, which this note isn't technically within the original chord because these right here is the original. So I wanted a different example. So this one is adding an extra note, as you can see. Okay. And then if I can remember, I think this is the one and this one. Right, so just by changing these little tiny notes here, you can kind of get different sounds. So what we're going to go ahead and do is move on to some more extreme examples as well, just so we can kind of see those and how it affects when we have a bunch of notes playing at once. Now let's go over a more extreme example here. So this is, we have a lot of notes, all right, as you can see. So it's pretty much the same thing. All I did was copy this over, and I did move this over a bit, but we're not going to be playing it all the way through. We're just going to be clicking it like so. So these are the notes that I chose to rise up. So remember what I said, the more notes you have, the more work you're gonna have to do in terms of balancing the notes, because it's gonna muddy up the frequencies, right? So it's gonna be harder to hear certain notes. And generally the higher notes are gonna be easier to hear because it's just easier for your ear to pick up higher tones. So here's the first one. Oops. Okay, so there we have it, and I don't know if I can even get, so there we go. So those are the notes that I pulled up. So I'm going to actually show you how to do this. I'm gonna copy this over. Okay, and then lastly, let's just shrink this down. So I'm gonna reset the velocity. Okay, so we can reset this like this. Okay, so all you would do is just pick a note that you like to hear. Now, it won't always work out. It's music. There's a process. You got to, Obviously trial and error, but you could do something like this. We could just do like, let's just do these notes, whatever. Okay, if it sounds bad, who cares? And then you would just pull it up for the velocity. Okay. All right, so that is the velocity method. I was thinking about making like a beat or something, but I feel like this should just be concise and easy to understand, short little video. So I think this is something simple. So I want to clarify something. Using the velocity to, I guess we can say, animate your melody, right? It's just the terms I like to use, right? If you're using like a melody, I'm just putting in notes here. All right, so if you're like doing something like this, right? And then you're like, okay, I want this to be lower. All right, using your velocity for playing your melody is different than thinking about using velocity to make a chord, right? So that is the difference here. I just want to clarify that. Yes, it's the same parameter, but it's not the same idea, right? Or concept, right? So just another way for you to play around with your melodies and stuff. I'm sure a lot of you probably, for example, especially guys out there that like making dark beats, you know, I like making stuff like that. You're probably going to end up using a chord progression like this a lot. Okay. If you like trap beats, stuff like that, you're going to be using a chord progression like this a lot. And I am using this Omnisphere, just basic, this little basic sound. So I'm not trying to use a beautiful sound to make it sound better, right? Just a little synth, right? But if you like stuff like this, okay, two ways. You could copy this up, and you could obviously do other things, but now you can use the velocity method instead of, man, I really like these dark chords, because let's be real, with a lot of dark melodies, a lot of the chords are pretty much the same. And it's kind of hard to deviate. So here's a way that you can deviate. You can say, okay, well, I want this note to be a little bit stronger. Pull it down, pull this up, pull that up, right? And so on. And I'm just giving a rough example, okay? But that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. That is the velocity method. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.